group, I am so excited that you're here tonight with us for the Bells of Wyoming Springtime launch. For those of you who are new to the Bells, it is a series of stories written by authors that are released day after day. So you end up getting a block of stories in a very short amount of time. No more waiting for 2 weeks or a month for the next book to come out. You can just go bloop, 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 and read all of them in order. The Bells of Wyoming are going to be released on Monday, the 22nd of April is the first book, and they're going to go through Friday. We've got some great authors this go around. We have the fabulous Jenny Sterling, who is joining us. You may have known her from the Law Keeper series. We've got Cindy Ray, who you know from the Sons of Nora White. We have Julia Ridgemont, who you know for her fun books in the Pinkerton Matchmaker series. And we have Pauline Creedon, who Pauline couldn't be with us tonight for the launch, but I'm going to tell you a little bit about her book. And I want you to stick around. We're going to do a cover reveal for all of the covers in this series. They are absolutely gorgeous. And Virginia McKivitt has done a fabulous job once again, really capturing the essence of our stories and the whole springtime theme. So stick around. You're going to get an opportunity to meet us face to face. We're going to be in an intimate little conversation. You're going to get to see our faces, as opposed to just reading our words behind a cover. And I want you to stick around. Also, at the end of the video, I'm going to tell you how you can win a complete set of the Bells books. So watch the video, see the cover reveal, and then there's going to be a third little part that you're going to need for your entry into the Bells of Wyoming Springtime season. So I hope you have a wonderful Easter season. Subscribe to my page. We've got more videos, more authors that are going to be coming out and talking about books and lots of fun stuff. Have a great evening, and I'll talk to you soon. And here we go. Okay, it is recording and we are live. I wanted to welcome everybody.
Hello.
Hello. To the Bells of Wyoming Spring launch. We have got some great authors here tonight. We've got Jenny Sterling, who is going to be releasing her first book in the Bells series, and I'm so excited to have her with us for the rest of the books. Cindy Ray, who you all know, has written in the historical Western genre for a while. Yeah. And Laura Walker, who you better know as Julia Ridgemont, who is releasing her second book of the Bells as well. So I just want to say welcome to you guys. So excited to have you here. And I love this format because it's so informal and we can just kind of sit around and chat and fill the readers in on this exciting series and what's going on. So do you guys want to give you a quick introduction just to tell the reader who you are and tell me, what is your favorite thing about the Easter season? Because these Bells books are all about renewal and about the springtime. So, Cindy, I'm going to pick on you because you happen to be right next to me on the video.
Thank you. Thank you very much for letting me go first. Well, the best thing I like about Easter, the Easter season, I mean, we all know the religious aspect of it, and that's number one. But I really think family, to me, is the best. I mean, everybody's out running around doing things. The kids are grown. You know, for me, they're grown. I've got grandkids, but every spring and Easter, it's like a renewal of family, really, and that's what I love about it. And that's it. That's the only thing I love about it.
Everybody descending on your house.
Oh yeah, well, we don't think about that right now. They're actually all quiet. Do you hear anything? No. They actually listen to me.
Woohoo!
My grandbaby may pop in, so if she does, you'll hear a little knock on the door, and she'll go, hello.
That'd be awesome.
The great thing about being live is the fact that you have no control over what happens.
Right, absolutely. And that's okay.
Laura, what about you? What's your favorite thing about Easter, the whole Easter season?
I really like to go to church with my family, and I'm kind of one of those moms who doesn't like big messes, but I have to say that coloring eggs, that's always a big mess for us, but we enjoy it. We have so much fun. And my kids, I've got lots of pictures of my kids when they were little, and their whole faces were covered with egg dye, and their whole arms, one of them even looked like the Incredible Hulk, and I just love all of the memories they made. So
that's cool.
Yeah.
What about you, Jenny? What do you love most about this?
I'm going to go with Cindy down here in the corner. I love family.
Yeah.
I remember being with my little ones dyeing the eggs and how they had stained fingertips for days on end. But I'm actually going to throw something different out. Does everybody remember those malted little Easter eggs?
Like
I
the
didn't get
robin's
this
egg?
fabulous body for no reason, okay? I love chocolate, so when Easter was there's Jordan almonds and the little crisp eggs and stuff, and
Reese's peanut butter cups.
Amen, girl. That's it.
Oh,
That's
man, they come out. I can't wait.
Yeah. And have you seen the ones where the Reese's peanut butter cups with the Reese's pieces inside them?
yes.
No,
So you're
like
getting a double whammy of the chocolate and the peanut butter. Oh my gosh.
Oh yes.
Yeah, I got to get out more.
Oh, I was at the store today, and I'm like, whoo-hoo, I can feel my pants getting tight now.
Wait until everything goes on sale. So, all right, great. So why don't we tell our readers that are going to be watching this video starting on Sunday and going through next Friday, a little bit about your book in Bells. For the new readers that are joining us, Wyoming was a town that was established by a pioneer woman who was basically booted off a wagon train and ended up wandering down near a river and fell in love, married a trapper, and established this town of Bell. And the town was named for the bells that were on her wagon. And so the people in the wagon train hated the sound of the bells because it was just constantly going all the time because it was on one of her oxen. And so we decided to create the town around this theme of family and togetherness, and everybody's in everybody else's business, but they love and adore each other, and just like any family. So why don't one of you, it doesn't matter who, just tell us a little bit about your story, when it's releasing, and then we'll go from there. Who's first?
I'll go first.
Okay, Jenny.
Thank you, Jenny.
I jumped in. Mine is called Blessings of Love, and I wanted to talk about a different kind of romantic relationship. Mine starts with a young girl who has had a crush on the boy next door down the street in town, and he has a falling out, and hers is an arranged marriage with him. And so at the very beginning of the book, we start talking about how, they're growing to be a couple and fall in love with each other, but then suddenly they're separated. And she never hears back because he has lost his memory. He cannot remember having a wife and having a family and a home. So she actually comes out to Bell, Wyoming, and finds him, and we go through the whole reunite. So that's their second chance.
Wow, I love that. There is nothing better than a good amnesia plot.
But she's pregnant, so they gotta hurry up because she needs a family and a home.
So that's almost like a secret baby since he doesn't know about it.
Oh,
True,
yeah,
that's
well, he better know. No.
That's awesome. Cindy or Laura?
Okay. All right. Or Laura, do you want to go? Wait, she's muted.
I turned my mute off because my high school kids were walking around. I told them to be quiet.
Come on. Tell them to
Anyway,
say hello.
One of them is getting ready to go off to his job, so he's got to be in here getting himself ready. But anyway, my story is called Emmeline's Redemption. And she was a character in my first story called Natalie's Surprise Engagement, where Natalie's guy, her fiance, jilted her, and then he was seen around town with Emmeline for a little while, and then then all of a sudden they broke up, and at the end of the story, that guy ended up in jail. And so Emmeline has kind of, she's kind of experiencing the censure and the gossip of some of the townspeople, and so she's being offered a job to go and tutor for tutor someone else's kids, a rancher, and it gives her a chance to get away from the public eye. So she's really grateful about that. But then other things start happening to this rancher and his family, and so it kind of brings on a scandal of a different kind. Plus, she gets involved in a plot to help bring about the vote for women in Wyoming territory. So she's getting a little bit more than she bargained for.
I love it. I love it. I love, especially with the women's movement, and it was so difficult in that time for women to have their rights and to get the votes, and the suffragists who led that way, I mean, just are some powerful, powerful women. So I think that's tying that in your story. Yeah. Okay, Cindy, you're up.
So I'm next. Okay. Well, my story is called Mercy's Gift. And for those who know me, know that I like to have other characters from other books in my new book whenever I write it. So if you remember A 10-Star Christmas, which was the first Belle book that I wrote, you'll remember that Hope, who's the main character in that book, she was engaged for a short time to a guy named Frank, and he went off to Philadelphia to become a doctor, but he broke off the engagement, and that's when she met, and that's that story. So pick it up if you didn't read it yet. So in this story, Mercy's Gift, Mercy has always been in love with Frank, and he left, and then he broke the engagement off, and when he came back for a reason. To explain why he broke the engagement off, why he was even engaged to Hope. And one of the reasons was because he always was in love with Mercy. And Mercy didn't know that he's in love with her, and he does, or do you know what I mean? Neither one of them know. I'm babbling on, aren't I?
That's easy to do on these.
But it's an interesting book because he wants to be redeemed. He wants to be forgiven for what he did when he was in medical school. She don't know if she can trust him because he's saying, "Oh, it was always you I loved," and it's kind of they have to learn to kind of forgive each other and move on, and they do. But then there's a twist and a plot, and something happens, and I'm not going to tell you anymore. You have to pick up the book to find out. So, that's Mercy's Gift. That comes Wednesday.
On Wednesday. Great, and I'll do a quick wrap up as to when everybody's book is going to be done.
Hey, you know what? I could interrupt you, Miss Christine. You forgot to tell us what you love about Easter.
Oh, yes. Definitely chocolate peanut butter eggs. But my favorite thing about Easter and spring is, I have to say, the birth. I mean, the renewal. And I live in a farming community, and it's so cool to just drive down the road and, like, literally you see a cow giving birth in the field. And, when you come back, they're just these baby cows. They're sprouting up like daisies. But that's really my favorite thing, is to see the baby goats, see the baby sheep, the baby cows that are on the farms around here. It's just such a reminder of rebirth and life. Mm-hmm. It is great. And speaking of renewals, my book is The Homecoming. And my character is a gal named Clementine. She has not been introduced in any of the books. And she works on Pap's horse ranch. She actually lives next to Pap's horse ranch, I should say. Her father was his lead trainer. And if you remember Pap's, he's the person who owns the livery, and he's kind of this quirky little character in town, but he's actually very well off. His father came in, established the horse ranch, and so now he employs quite a few people in town. So Clementine's father was his lead trainer, and during a storm, he was out trying to round up some of the animals, and he ended up having a tree fall on him. So he was just basically paralyzed from the waist down and had been bedridden. So Clementine, backtracking, when she was young, ended up falling in love with the boy next door and promised her heart to this boy, said that she would wait for him forever, only to find out that he was moving. He moved to Santa Fe with his family. 15 years later, he comes back to town and he is not alone. So Clementine is beside herself. She has given up her entire life waiting for him. She is now taking care of her father, who is an invalid. She has no prospects of marriage. And what do you do when you feel that your heart is broken because she feels that she can't trust him? He's gone away for 15 years and now he comes back and he wants to pick right back up where they left off. So it really is a story about renewal and faith and second chances at love. And I think that the readers will really enjoy it. I had a lot of fun writing it.
Awesome.
That was good.
And mine will release on Monday. So it'll probably be live Sunday night, but it'll definitely be live by Monday. And that's the first book in the series. Then we have Jenny, who is releasing on Tuesday. We have Cindy on Wednesday. We have Pauline on Thursday. And Pauline couldn't be here tonight. Speaking of horses, she had some horse stuff that she had to do. So I just want to tell you a little bit about her book. Is that okay, guys?
Absolutely.
All right. So her book is Moment of Grace. So Grace struggles to live up to her heavenly name. She doesn't deserve it after all the bad decisions she's made. The only two people who ever saw past that bad part of her and her poor reputation were her ailing mother and her best friend, Charles. Who love friends to lovers? In one night, as her mother lay on her deathbed, Grace betrayed them both. I really wonder what that's about. That's kind of, So we go back to Bell, Wyoming, and with the warm temperatures and spring finally upon us, Grace finally feels ready to move on from the miserable doldrums she's been in and maybe find some way to help others again and maybe earn a measure of penance. So I'm really kind of interested in what she's been up to. With the coming Easter, she's reminded of Charles' offer of marriage right before the night of her betrayal, and she wonders if Charles might be waiting until that day when family and neighbors draw together to finally expose her. Or maybe she'll finally get the chance to explain that she never wanted to hurt him, even if she doesn't deserve his forgiveness. So that really is that's forgiveness and renewal and and those types of
That's
topics.
a great story.
I think it'll be great. I think
that's not juicy.
I know. Got a little bit of scandal going on. We've got amnesias. We've got forgiveness. People coming back from the past. Absolutely love it. So. All right, what I want to do now is I just wanted to give you guys each a minute to tell the readers what are the other projects that you're working on? What can they look forward to seeing from you coming down the next couple of months?
Who wants to go first?
I'm going to pick on you.
Oh, me? Okay. I'm going to have a really busy year this year. I am currently working on a book for the series called Match Made in Heaven. I'm working on another book right now for the Law Keepers Western series. This is going to be a historical romance where he is a sheriff. I've got another billionaire book coming out. So I've got 2 billionaire books out this year already, and I'm working on a third one. And this one's going to be set in Japan. So it's going to be a little bit different. Yeah, I've got a lot down the pipeline. My brain is like going like this.
It sounds like that. Yeah. Cindy, what do you got going on?
Are you ready? I've got a Pinkerton Matchmaker book that's coming out next Friday. And after that, I'll be doing my series. It's going to be a 7-book series, Pistol Ridge, which actually it's kind of a spinoff from A Bride for Abel, A Bride for Calvin. And so now we're going to do the 7 people that were in that story. And then I'm going to start another series. It's going to be kind of like contemporary Western. And that's going to be kind of like a rescue ranch series. And I don't have that all put together yet, so I don't want to talk too much about that. And oh my gosh, there's other things too, but that's enough for now.
Enough for now, yeah. You're busy enough.
Yeah.
What about you, Laura?
Okay, so I write as Julia Ridgemont when I'm writing historical fiction. So I've got I'm going to get started on my next Pinkerton story, and I'm working with Nara Sweetly on a companion novella with her in the Pinkerton's Matchmaker.
Nice.
Rounds. That's going to be fun. We've got our thinking caps on, and we're coming up with some really fun ideas for those 2 stories. And then I also write contemporary inspirational romance under my real name, Laura Elbacher. So I'm currently writing, or I guess to back up, a couple of years ago I wrote this novel called The Billionaire's Sweet Valentine, and it was kind of popular. It did pretty well, but it's just a Valentine story. It's a holiday story, and holiday stories, well, they need a little bit more to keep them going. So I'm writing a contemporary romance to go with that one. It's about a B&B owner and she was also jilted. I guess I like that trope a lot. Anyway, and so then the best friend, though, the guy that was the best man at the wedding, that's who's gonna help her to recover from all of that. So it's gonna be fun.
Nice.
And I hope to release that sometime in June.
Wonderful. That's great. So I have, I just released my first Cowboy and Angels book, Bride in Blue, this past week. So excited about that. It's been sitting at the #1 spot in U.S. short story, so it's been a bestseller for
Congratulations.
Isn't it funny the way that we as authors covet that orange ribbon?
Yeah.
Oh man, you are not kidding.
And the reviews have come in, which is really great. And I just want to say to the readers that are watching this that I certainly know I, as an author, and speaking for the rest of the authors in these different genres, that we so appreciate you leaving reviews for the books.
Oh,
It
yes.
allows another reader who may not have found us to say, hey, you know what, I really want to read that book because of a review that you wrote. So keep on doing that. Then I've got the Bells. This Friday, I have my next Silver Pines short story. It's just a novella. It's Marty and Lacey Lou's story. Marty, who you've seen through the whole series, he's been kind of this man about town, or kid about town, helping everyone. Well, he's going to get his own story, so I'm excited about that. And then after that, I've got my Pinkertons that I need to get into. And finally, Marianne's story is going to come out. So we're so excited that we'll be able to find Marianne and Archie, butting heads, but falling in love.
There you
Readers
go.
have been looking forward to that for a long time.
They really have been. So, do you guys have anything else?
Can I say something? Can I say something to Miss Louise, because I'm sure she's going to watch this video? I promise this year you will get at Miss Addie's story from the Brides of Wichita Falls. She's been after me to get that story, but I'm not quite ready to write it yet. But I promise you'll have it, okay?
Well, now we can all hold you accountable because
That's right.
Yes, by the end of the year, that's
That's right. It's documented. You hear that, Louise? It's documented. We got her.
What did I just say?
So, all right, guys. Well, to the readers, thank you so much for joining us tonight. We know that this was kind of a different way of doing a launch party. We thought it'd be a lot of fun for you to kind of interact with us and see what we're really like behind the computer, because I know that all you see is behind the computer and words. So you know us through our stories. So we have a special prize for tonight. We're going to give one lucky reader a complete set of the Bells books. So you'll get the Bell book from everybody. We will do the drawing on this coming Friday. It is not sponsored by Facebook, YouTube, Amazon. It is a gift from the authors to you. All you have to do is fill out a Google form. The form link will be down below the video. Just click on it, fill it out, just basic information. We will do a random drawing on Friday. If you have purchased the books this week, and I really do hope that you support all the authors, you will have the opportunity to choose a different book in their back catalog. Or in my case, because I've got a couple of books coming up, I'm more than happy to give you one that's coming out shortly. So that's it, completely random drawing. So just be sure to fill out that form. Also in the link below, or in the area below, I will have links to all of the books. All of them are on pre-order except for mine, and mine will be published tomorrow. It's going up to Amazon tomorrow evening for them to do their magic. So you'll be able to find the links for each book below this video. And hit the subscribe button, because we've got a lot of great author interviews that are going to be coming up in the next couple of months. So very excited to have you all as part of the Chat, Sip, and Read community. Jenny, Julia, Cindy, I am so happy, and thank you very much for spending the time with me. And I wish that Pauline had been here. We're so excited to read her book about grace. So thank you guys so much. Y'all have a great evening.
Thank you. We love you guys.
Happy Easter.
Happy Easter.